The thing about doing an e-discovery review project in Rome really isn't the marvelous sun or the food or the wine or the culture. You know something? It is the food, it is the wine, it is the culture. That's why we're doing it here. But I've taken a break from a project that I'm running here in Rome to go to this marvelous exhibit called Numeri here at the Palazzo Exhibizione. It's a marvelous program, and what they've tried to do is they've tried to take numbers and explain them both at a level that the very young can understand as well as adults. And they've taken it from an elemental level to a very high sophistication level. Numbers, as we know, have kind of two elements to it. There's a natural tendency for the brain to be able to compute numbers and process numbers. But there's also a very high level of sophistication in being able to apply numbers, both from the pure element of a number as well as the application of it to normal everyday circumstances. What this event is trying to do is it's trying to explain numbers both from a neuroscience level of how the brain computes. It shows us several levels up to some very sophisticated brain analysis, as well as explain the constructs of how they're used to both measure, quantify, predict, etc. That prediction part obviously is incredibly important for those of us in the legal technology field, more specifically perhaps e-discovery. And this event actually reaches out into some of those elements, which we're going to try to explain in this post. But numbers have this amazing cultural and linguistic element to it. And I'm going to try to explain some of the basics of what this exhibit is talking about so that we look at numbers from perhaps an overall arc, an overall construct. But then I'm also going to explain, with some help from Ralph Losey, how some of this stuff has become unbelievably sophisticated, how it's become unbelievably catching to the legal technology market. And try in a way to give you kind of numbers 101 and then ratchet it up to how it's being used in such things as predictive coding and such areas as machine language translation, which we use obviously at the translation unit